Hello everyone and welcome to The Gaming Club. In today's video, I would like to do a sneak peek of the upcoming patch 1.9.50, where we have T11 troops introduced and complete new building. If you think you'll be surprised, well, I'm pretty sure you'll be shocked. Let's get into it. The TheGaming.club website is the largest wiki source about the state of survival game. It has event calendar, in-game guides, event overviews. It has different game mechanics described, tips for beginners, tips for advanced players, patch notes, news and updates, my weekly videos. Everything is there. The website is being visited by thousands of players on the daily basis. And the thing is, I rely on your support to keep the resource running and create even more content on it. So if you haven't donated yet, please consider one of the options that are on the website. You can do that on the monthly basis through Patreon. You can do one-time donations through PayPal or Stripe. Thanks in advance. Today, developers has opened public testing server access, which have got selected players invited to test the new game features. Before I go into the T11 troops and the complete new building for the plasma research, I would like to give a quick update about what happened with the upcoming update to Hero Gear. Actually, I have no idea because we've tested the new Hero Gear approximately maybe months and a half ago. This is how it looks like. So basically, you keep the same categories of the gear. So it's for brawlers, marksmen, and riders. But developers have introduced more tiers and more levels of the gear. So instead of 4 pieces of gear, you now have 5, and every set has also different star levels. So starting from the very basic gear, you have 3 stars, and eventually when you upgrade to the next level, you will have more stars unlocked. And the latest level of gear actually has got 5 stars in it. So that means a lot of upgrades and a lot of resources that you need to save. Since the only source of obtaining Hero Gear parts and designs is through Influencer Trap and some kind of selected events where you can get a little bit of Hero Gear parts, but not designs. I think this update is gonna be very game-changing in terms of the gap between the free-to-play crowd and the pay-to-play, because actually right now obtaining Hero Gear designs as a free-to-play is close to impossible. So I hope that with the new change to the Hero Gear system, developers will also increase the rewards for the free-to-plays where we can obtain more resources and get our gear to some competitive level. The nice change is that you don't need to craft gear anymore as soon as you research a level or a tier of the level, so you get a star on the existing level. The gear will be automatically crafted and equipped for all the applicable heroes that you have in your pool, and you can actually see them on the top. Now, one of the most popular questions that I get in my private messages and I can see on the State of Survival Discord is when exactly this new system will be implemented. And the thing is, we don't have that information. It's not shared with the content creators. It's not shared anywhere on the State of Survival discourse or any kind of resources. So I literally have no idea. Maybe it's coming with the patch 1.9.50 together with all the other changes that we are testing right now. Maybe developers are taking more time to polish it and it will come eventually, I don't know, in a month or 2. I have no idea. Another question that I get from players quite often, if they should hold on the current gear system upgrades and just save the resources like Hero Gear parts and Hero Gear designs until the new system is implemented. Guys, I honestly don't know the answer to this question because it depends in which way developers are gonna implement the system and if the requirements that we can see on the testing server are gonna remain the same or they will adjust it a little bit. And actually, I don't know how they're gonna transfer the existing system into the new one because as you can see on the screen, the new system has 5 levels, and each of the levels has from 1 to 5 stars. So it's actually quite difficult to predict how exactly developers are going to translate the existing system in the new one. That's why I cannot really give you an advice if you should hold your resources and do not upgrade your Hero Gear right now, or you should actually invest everything that you have right now so that you have more benefits when the new system is introduced. Now let's talk about the changes that were introduced in patch 1.9.50, and that's actually the reason why the public test server has been opened for the selected amount of players. So there are two changes, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. First one is T11 troops, and the second one is completely new plasma research building. Let's start from the troops. So if you go to any of your troops building, you might see that there was some new addition, and it's currently closed in your state. And on PTR, you can actually see a picture of like that with the new troops. They are called Pulse Elites if you go to Barracks, and they are called Laser Eyes if you go to Range Building. And if I go to Garage, they are called Pulse Predators. So what is the difference? The new T11 troops, they also have 5 levels of plasma, and you cannot actually unlock them until you have at least 1 plasma star on your headquarters. And as you can see, they have kind of bumped up stats, I think, compared to the current troops. I'm not 100% sure. I will need to check that information. And of course, this is test server, so anything can change here. And the way you unlock these troops is even more interesting. So what do you need to have in order to unlock those nice T11 troops? There is a brand new building introduced, which is called Military Science and Technology Institute. You can build it once you have at least 1 plasma stars on your headquarters, and this is how the building looks like. It's 1 plasma stars, and you can actually upgrade it to 5 plasma stars, and depending on the level of upgrade, you unlock different research technologies. And now is the most interesting and the most shocking part that I promised for you at the beginning. So you'll not surprise, guys. I think you will be completely shocked. This is the new research we have from developers, and I got like completely shocked by this because if I look into the requirements, I was just mind blown how expensive this building is. So what is the thing about this new building? It has research technologies for the 3 types of troops, as you can see: infantry, riders, and hunters. I'll just start with hunters because it's easier. So there are different technologies that you can research, and actually every technology in this building will consume certain amount of plasma cores. And don't be surprised that it's just 6 at the beginning, because that's just 1 level, and there are 3 levels of the first technology that you have to research before you go and you move to the next one. And the next one is already 10, and here you have 10, and it grows exponentially actually. So it's 36 after that, and then you have 36 again, and then 36. And you have this strategic dispatch technology. I don't know what are the requirements, but actually, if you noticed, in order to be able to research this technology, you already need to have this building at plasma level 3, and you need to have all the other technologies, so not just these 2, but the other 2 as well, research at the maximum level. And in order to start exploring just this particular technology, you already need 62 plasma cores on the first level, and it has 5 levels. So if you remember, as a free-to-play, you can get 21, 24 maybe plasma cores per day as a free-to-play. So just in order to research just up to this technology, if I calculated it correct, that's over 300 of plasma cores. I will do calculation again once I finish with the video, but the thing is, you just need 1 month to get to the first level of the strategic dispatch. And guess what? That's not gonna unlock T11 troops for you, because T11 troops is actually here. That's when you unlock that. And in order to get there, once again, you need to research all the 4 levels, all the 4 technologies here, each having 5 levels. And as you can see, the price of the plasma cores here is already 200, and that's just the first level. I don't know if the other levels will be having the same cost, so it's going to grow exponentially again. But if we just take the minimum calculation here, so there are 4 technologies, 200 plasma cores each. That's 800 plasma cores, and you have 5 levels. So that's 4,000 plasma cores just to get these technologies researched. And then that's the big surprise coming here. In order to unlock T11 troops, you need to invest 863 plasma cores more. So altogether, just to unlock T11 troops, initial calculation, it's just around 5,000 to 6,000 plasma cores that you need to invest. And that's just one type of troops. Guess what? You need this exactly same amount for the other types of troops. So for brawlers, you actually also start with 6 plasma cores, and then you have it here starting with 62, and you need, of course, to explore all these technologies before you can get to Pulse Elites, which is T11 infantry, and the same cost is here, 864. I will not go into hunters, riders, because actually it's the same thing. The price is the same. So my first impression about the upcoming patch 1.9.50. Developers, you are creating a massive gap between the free-to-play crowd and the pay-to-play, because right now, as a free-to-play, you can get approximately 20-something plasma cores per day, which means if you play every day during the months, you have 600 plasma cores per month. Of course, there are events like Plasma Lab, where you can get additionally, I don't remember, 50 or 60 plasma cores, and from State versus State event, which is also once per month. So provided that you win State versus State event, you can purchase additionally, I think, 60, maybe 80 plasma cores. I don't remember precisely, but that doesn't matter. As a free-to-play, there is no way you can get more than 1,000 plasma cores per month. While being pay-to-play, you can just buy that. And that's exactly the feedback that was shared from other players in the internal test server Discord. So it's not just me being crazy and talking about some unrealistic stuff. That's actually the message that I have seen from other players, and I'm actually gonna paste it here in this video so that you guys see that it's the feedback from majority of players that this kind of update as it is now should not go in unless the developers make some big changes about the way how we obtain the plasma cores. And that's all that I wanted to share today. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, please don't forget to support my content with donations. You can do that through Patreon on the monthly basis, and you'll get some benefits on top of that. And you can do one-time donations through PayPal and Stripe. And that's it. Thanks for watching again, and I wish you a nice day.